Welcome everyone to Walking After Whiskey with Trevor and Travis. I'm Trav.
I'm Trev.
We're going to break down your latest episode of The Walking Dead tonight.
And for all you millions of viewers out there, we're also going to break down a beautiful bottle of whiskey for you tonight. Tonight's whiskey is Blackbush.
Speaking of breaking down Blackbush, like Trevor's dad, we're also going to break down your latest episode, which is Season 8, Episode 14, entitled...
Gotta still mean something.
All right, man. Let's get to the review. Woo!
You touch my whiskey.
Touch a man's whiskey.
First thing I want to talk about is Janice and Negan. That's the first thing we see. You see Negan on a little worker dolly, you know, that you slide under your car with, all tied up. Never seen Negan in this position yet before.
Compromised.
Yeah, big time.
So Trevor brought up earlier in the last couple episodes, we haven't seen Negan for a while, so this is going to be a real big Negan episode.
Yeah. She's got him sitting there on a tarp, and she said, you know, they distinguish here and talk about it that she's gonna fucking kill him because he killed other people, and then he says, hey, that wasn't me, I swear to God, I'll make it right. She goes, is she soaking him in gas or something? Is that why she's tripping out about the flare?
You know what?
I seen the pictures down there, but she was dumping some kind of white substance into that blower or whatever it was.
Yeah, at first I thought it was lye, like to really dissolve them or something, but he mentioned salt, which I don't know about burning and salt, but he had mentioned something about it like cleansing the place, which we know salt and ghosts and things like that maybe it was basically to cleanse the souls that were there before. That's why there was fire pits above the salt. Also, it made the smell better.
You see her go around the corner. I mean, you see her getting ready, like she's packing up in the first of it, and then after she's talking to Negan for a little bit, she goes around the corner. I don't know what, God knows what she's doing. Negan feels like he's got to do something. He scoots over, finds her bags of guns, finds a flare, finds a couple pictures, and then, you know, he's got the ball in his court.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we go back to 3 episodes ago when we see Janice, and she's broken down now. She speaks like a normal person. She's no longer this person that talks in like metaphors. And we actually, you know, Simon knew what was happening here. He knew that there was a helicopter pad. He saw solar panels. He's like, this place, what's going on here? And we go into her room, and it looks like an IKEA room.
Bitch has a helicopter.
So in her room, it's softly lit. It's nice bamboo panels. Like the place looks like it's straight out of IKEA catalog. It's gorgeous.
You got the best shed ever.
Very minimalistic, you know, very like artsy, but like very, you know, just perfectly what you need.
Yeah.
And so
Negan's got her at gunpoint with a flare, about to burn the only pictures of somebody special to her, I'm guessing. Then you hear it in the background, shoop, 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 shoop. Here comes the helicopter. She still has a gun pointed at her. She pushes the zombie on the Costco cart towards him to block the bullets, and then grabs the flare, and then she's trying to signal the helicopter. We wonder what the hell that helicopter's for.
Oh no, Julie, it was a helicopter.
There's a helicopter behind us.
Yeah, so we now see what the helicopter pad's for. Coming into the mid-season break, we knew that there was a helicopter in the episode because there was a picture of Rick with one behind him, and we didn't think it was a mistake. And we see a helicopter come by, kind of face her, and Negan has this flare, which he throws out in the water before she can like alight it again to show them that he's there. Which it kind of shows me that maybe she called for help to leave because she packed her bag up to go. She packed her bag up as everything that she had, and as she let her flare off, she got picked up to go.
That helicopter had to see her. He was sitting right there, and then he turned, and then turned around and said, fuck you.
There was already smoke. They're building up drama.
Right.
Whatever happened, her plan has now failed. She feels defeated, and she lets Negan go.
Yeah, and he has his leather jacket and his bat back. By the end of the time, he says his significance to the bat, just like her pictures. And then the next thing we see is pretty badass. It's Rick and Morgan. It's like from the first episode on, they've changed into totally different people. Fucking straight up lying killers. They're going through the woods and say, we're going to find these people, we're going to kill them all.
Yeah, in light of Rick and Morty not being out, we're going to call them Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
We're going to call them Rick and Morty. And so Rick's on the warpath. We already know that Morgan and Carol are out there looking for Ben's little brother. And we see Morgan tripping out again and seeing visions, seeing this kid who he couldn't save again, saying, you know what it is. You know what it is. And so Carol even told him, like, I didn't come out here to find him. I came out here to follow you. And so Morgan, his mind is so volatile right now, and just so separated that everyone around him is kind of protecting him because he's one of the fiercest killers out there, and sometimes doesn't even know where he is or who he is.
Somehow, some way, somebody just knocks Rick and Morgan out by tackling them ever so faintly, which is bullshit.
The wind! The wind!
Oh my God, the wind hit me so hard. How long have we been out, Morgan?
He said, long enough to get you dragged in here.
Yeah.
They got pulled in real fast into this room, and where are the guys that ran away from the hilltop? They're all there kind of like very Reservoir Dogs, talking things out and how they're going to get out of this mess.
I would call it the half and half guys too, because as soon as Rick said, look, you got a decision to make, you can let us go, come back with us right now, it's a new start. Half their peckers got hard. So, oh fuck, maybe we could do this. And I was like, damn, all right. And I kind of was like, man, is Rick fucking lying? But I was like, nah, man, maybe he's listening to what Carl said in the letters and gonna bring him back.
Morgan goes, he's like, I'm gonna feel bad when those zombies come in here to kill you because there'll be none of you left for me to kill. So Morgan very much like just throws all the beans on the table.
It was fucking
right?
classic good cop, bad cop.
Yeah,
right
bad cop, worst cop. We'll call it that way.
Worst cop. Yeah.
And so you see, the worst thing about Rick is we're going back to season 3, right? The farm and where everything went down in the farm. Rick again said that man's only good as worth as his word in this world. And this is the second time Rick has went back on his word and killed the people who were trying to just do good by his word.
Don't play Rick in poker.
So we're going from Rick Tater to Broken Man to he's full Rick Tater, but he's suicide mode. Like he went in there straight suicide mission.
They weren't lying about the herd. Like I've seen that they seen a herd. I don't know where it was going.
I saw it on the road.
And then Morgan's like, look, the herd's coming, this and that, like Travis was saying, and then boom, herd shows up. He was like, just let us go. And the one dude don't want to, but then the other guys with half a brain, kinda. They only got half a brain left now.
Yeah.
Fucking untied him and fucking Rick's pow pow pow, and then he looks at his ammo, and maybe has a little fucking clear thing to see how many bullets he's got, and he's all, I'm getting low, go ahead of me, and then just fucking pulls his axe out and just starts axing all the motherfuckers.
Dude, they went
holy shit.
They went full on prison. They made friends, got them to be on their back, got behind the lines and killed everyone there, just like the prison episode.
What you got to do at this point, I believe.
You clear.
You
got to clear everybody.
If it ain't me and you, it's nobody.
Yeah, right.
Fucking nobody.
And just to look at Rick to Morgan was like, gotcha. I know exactly where you're going with this.
Yeah.
But let's go back to so when Carol Fisher's off from Morgan, Carol is still looking for Ben's little brother, and she hears him screaming finally, and there's another callback to season 2, season 3. She finds him being surrounded by zombies in a marsh.
That is exactly like the same looking thing that Sophia got chased into zombies with, right? And then Rick went to go chase her. And then she crawled out of there and started running, and then that's how they started looking for Sophia, and then that ended up, she lived happy ever after.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is a callback because they're losing ideas or just foreshadowing of just how history kind of has a funny way of repeating itself.
Yeah.
And towards the end, we see Negan back in full Negan, but Negan's a little broken now.
Driving a fucking Pinto or something.
Yeah, he's a gremlin or something.
That's a sign. That's a little subliminal thing right there.
He tried to start the healing with Janice. Like, what happened there, like Negan cares about people. He wants them to work for him, and he wants to help them with their daily lives. But it's almost like he wants them to be on a program, but only his program.
We see Negan pick up a stranger. Who could this be? Could it be Dwight's nemesis that lived from the one's attack that she saw him shoot everybody?
Yeah, it's obviously that if me and Trevor and I, since we're professionals and we're scholars of the show now, we kind of piece together
scholars with golden horse collars.
That we believe that when he opened the door, the way he looked at this person, obviously he was a savior, and he goes, "You look
I believe he was looking at some titties because he was like, hey, how you doing?"
It's a little roadhead.
Yeah.
He said, you look worse than shit. And they got in the car, and so he's already furious as hell at Simon.
Can't wait to see his interaction with Simon, and if this is who we think it is, I'm kind of feeling a little bad for Dwight because, a little bit more Team Rick than Team Negan, but, everybody loves Negan.
We believe it's the girl that Dwight was with in the initial attack on Alexandria, where he turned on them and shot them all, and she got away. And Dwight, obviously faced
got away after she said, "You motherfucker, you turned on us."
She knows.
In so many different words.
So when Negan gets back to the Saviors, right at the compound, he says, "Daddy's home, but don't tell anybody."
Don't tell anybody. Dad's got a bunch of surprises for everybody.
Yeah. So now his two men that basically left him there to die have been running shit. Simon and Dwight. He has shit on both of them now, and it's about to come to a head. Good review.
Giggity.
Speaking of coming to a head.
Black, push it up.
Good review. Aged for 7 to 11 years, Black Bush is aged primarily in Oloroso sherry casks and some ex-bourbon barrels in the mix. It also includes a very high malt whiskey percentage for a blended whiskey at 80%. Blended, comprised of both single malts and single grains, often from many different distillers. If Scotch or Irish must be aged for at least 3 years in oak barrels, Irish may include single pot, still whiskey in the blend. The tasting notes? As the name suggests, the color of the whiskey is dark, as are the spices and fruits you find in the dram. The texture is nicely full and smooth. There are times when you want loads of complexity in your whiskey, a whiskey to ponder your future. And then there are other times when you're at your favorite dive bar and you know the one with the great jukebox and the crappy lighting with that girl Carol at the end of the bar. Carol, stop talking. This is the whiskey that you order. Let's go to, I want to let you all know where we are tonight. We're at Junction Brewery in American Canyon, California, right here on West American Canyon Road. I think 100 is the address.
No place more American than this. They got American flag palette on the fucking wall right there.
They got wood on the wall, wood on the wooden walls.
The best chicken wings you could think of, cooked in whiskey.
You ever had drunken wings? We got drunken wings tonight. They're on the menu now.
Gives them just a tad bit more flavor.
Yeah, no doubt.
We put the cap on there next time.
Chipotle wings are amazing. They have a lot of local beers here on tap there. It's a brewery. God, I can't even name all the beers they have here. It's like 15 or 4 beers here that they brew
themselves. If you were this camera, there's a brewery right behind you.
There's 17 beers here they brew themselves with 14 herbs and spices. So it's like KFC mixed with AMC and some American Canyon and whatever.
You said 17 or 71?
You know what? It's all the same. You come here, get drunk, and you be counting just like us. We're just reciting numbers just like us, and hopefully catching the Uber home.
Another thing they got here is tonight's whiskey we're reviewing, which is Black Bush. Black Bush is pretty good. No punt, race intended. It's for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, we drank Red Bush one time. That's not just for redheads, all right? You know, guys like Black Bush too.
Yeah, I don't want to go into too much of this. You know I hate Scotch. This is a blended Scotch whiskey, but Bushmills is kind of like it's like the Budweiser of beers. It's like the very much average barometer of how you test it. Bushmills is great. This actually has been aged a long time. It has a lot of spice in it, as a Scotch whiskey does. But something about Scotch to me just doesn't resonate. But if I'm going to drink one, I would drink this. I still would drink it straight. I wouldn't mix it because I'm not a fucking bitch.
And obviously it goes good with chicken wings.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's sop them up, baby. like little chicken sponges. So try Black Bush. You know what? I didn't hate it. What's Irish whiskeys? I hate them all. So what are you gonna do? How about you, Scott? You like Black Bush?
Yes, sir.
Everybody loves Black Bush. Let's all have some Black Bush tonight, huh? Black Bush for you, Black Bush for me.
All I know is, man, I love Marvel movies. I'm about to have a Black Panther party. You're all welcome to join. All right, guys.
Some Black
Bush. Review. Come to the Junction Brewery.